Hello everyone, welcome back to Through the Cowl. I'm Clinton, joined by the lovely Debs, back again for another one. How are you, Debs?
I am good. I'm sleepy, as
Yeah.
always. Not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, apologise if I yawn a little bit.
Yeah.
But good. Had a little recognition get together at work.
Oh yeah?
Uh, yeah, I threw a bit of a hissy fit at first because I didn't think I was in. So it was basically we obviously have our day jobs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can give back to the campus
Okay.
um, in other ways. And there's a work stream that I'm part of. And so I do a lot for other people on the campus outside of my day job.
Yeah.
Um, and I didn't think I'd been invited to this, like, which sounds like I'm really treating my own humpet.
Yeah.
Humpet?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Trigger and hump it. Okay.
um, but I'm like, how many more people do I have to help? How many more events do I have to do for them
Yeah.
to be like? But it's because I thought there were going to be like loads of senior leaders there, and I could do a bit of schmoozing and stuff. But
Okay.
there was three,
All right.
so yeah. But the food, oh my God, they put lovely like buffet food on.
Okay.
Um, and then like an hour in, so it was like 4 till 6, and I only did 4 till 5. But then at 5, they came out and bought all the like little takeaway tubs, so
All right.
everybody could literally just go around and
Take
just
what you
fill the
want.
tubs and
Okay.
take them home. Yeah, everyone was getting their partners like dinner and stuff, and a bit for the dogs. And
Yeah.
I bought cookies and candy canes.
Okay. So, for
Just
for
for
next year's
me.
Halloween, trick or treating.
But that was nice. So yeah.
Yeah, my few days have been like literally traveling back and forth. Had to deal with a lot of birthdays recently. Still got another birthday to
Oh, you've had a
go.
flurry
Yeah,
of celebrations.
yeah, still got another birthday to go this weekend.
Mm.
So
Not yours. You've had yours. Whose
I've had
birthday's
mine.
this
Yeah, mine
weekend?
was in March. This one's Aaliyah's gonna be 13.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was like 5 the last time I thought.
Yeah, no,
Wowzers. Okay.
I
Is she
know.
13 going on 30 or like
No, 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 no. She is so
that?
sweet. Like
Oh.
she's 13 going on in my heart till 11.
I feel like kids should be kids though.
I know.
They just grow up too quickly because of
Yeah.
social media and the
Yeah.
internet and stuff now. And we were so lucky not to have that. Like, I
Yeah.
genuinely feel like I love it when, like, although they're a bit shouty sometimes, which I
Yeah.
don't enjoy, but when the kids are like out on their bikes
Yeah. Yeah.
and and I just like the fact that they're outside and
Yeah.
like playing.
Yeah.
And
Like kids could be kids.
then
Like
even though I come home and I'm like, oh God, what?
'cause it was
Yeah.
like a thing where, even when you were like maybe 12, 13, you had to like pretend to be this person at school. And then when you get home, you can still play with toys and no one would know. Not that I was doing that.
Trying to think how old I was when I stopped doing gymnastics.
Yeah.
Um, and even then, you were still a kid.
Yeah.
But well, when me and my sister stopped playing with like My Little Ponies and Care Bears and
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah. I know. It's
I
like,
just feel like kids are too grown up now. They've got access to way more than we had,
yeah.
and so making up songs in the fucking cul-de-sac, like,
Yeah. Like all that's gone. And like I see it firsthand because I've got, 15-year-old stepdaughter, and obviously my son wasn't necessarily that bad until he got to about 15, 16, but then he was still quite
yeah.
interactive. Whereas like,
Oh, so he's not just like grunting at you and one word
oh
text
no, no, no,
replies.
no, no. He was still super sweet up until about still 16, 17.
Oh,
He was
good.
still cuddling up to you on the sofa when he's watching a movie, sort of thing.
Oh.
But then I see obviously girls are a little bit more advanced than boys, and like I see like my 15-year-old stepdaughter, like she's so grown up, so advanced.
I felt grown up at 16.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, I think fucking hell.
Yeah.
I was more grown up than
Yeah.
But yes, girls do generally mature faster than boys. I think even at that age, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like she's like on she feels, and her group of friends just feel like they're on another stratosphere. Like the only
As
thing
long as
they're
they're
not,
nice girls.
yeah, the only thing they're not doing is paying bills.
Hey, I say leave that for as long as possible.
Me too.
Non-stop once it starts.
I'd love that.
I know, right?
But yeah, it's just yeah. So yeah, having that, just the birthdays, running back and forth, and yeah, I am knackered today. But guys, you'll never know unless I fall asleep during the podcast.
Yeah, you don't look tired. Or yawn. I yawn a lot, but I got my Christmas party with work tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
And then mum's coming on the Friday morning. So I know, so excited. But it does mean it'll be a quiet Christmas party because I do not want to be hungover when my lovely mum has just travelled 3.5 hours to get to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hard early, like
Yeah, yeah,
seven
yeah.
till nine,
And then sort of like
then
saunter
just
out.
rehydrate for the rest of the time and be
Yeah.
fine. So,
All right. Before we jump forward, let's play a little game of moral conflict.
oh,
Moral conflict. Although I think you might have a game
um,
for us to play with it later as well.
we'll do three of yours and
Yeah.
then three of mine.
All right. All right. Let's mix up these cards and see what we get. Okay. One, two, three. Let's see what we have. Card number one. Which of us is most likely to embellish their skills on their CV?
Are we saying you?
I have done.
Company I currently work for, you are not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
strictly say no,
So just in
not me.
case Debbie has to say no.
And the work stream I'm on is actually like a mobility work stream. So I run CV and interview workshops. So
Okay.
no embellishment, only truths.
Yeah, yeah. I have done. You know, a role has become more managerial than it was at times. But that was back when I was actually working for other people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
sometimes it's just the wording is very important.
yeah.
If it's
So
interpreted in a certain way.
yeah, so not so much anymore. And but obviously I've
Yeah.
developed my skills. So if I did have to say I did a more of a managerial role, I can say I have done that now. And I've also worked for myself for the last 6 years, so I've kept myself alive, plus other people.
You have, yeah.
So that takes some type of management.
Yeah, that has to be you. I
Yeah.
can't say yes to that.
So for legal reasons, Debbie can't answer that question. Oh God, this one's definitely me. Which of us is most likely to freak out if there's a spider in the room? Me. What?
Yeah, if it's in the room, I'll
Yeah.
go depending on what the spider is,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I will decide how I'm going to deal with it.
Yeah.
If it's on the stairs, and
Yeah.
trust me, for some reason the big spiders in my house like my stairs.
Okay. Yeah.
Start going up, and then you're like, and then your foot is there, and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
what's it?
And you decided whether to turn around or jump
Oh.
backwards and just leave the house.
Well, the thing is, you can't turn around because you
No.
can't take your eyes off that speedy fucker, right? Because you have to see where it is in
Yeah.
case it moves because they're quick and you need
Right.
to be able to know. So
Yeah.
I don't kill them because I feel bad, even though
Okay.
I'm not a fan. I'm like, they're not doing anything and they can't actually hurt me. But I
Yeah,
do
you
need to
know.
go and get a glass
Yeah, yeah.
and over,
Yeah.
in which case I need to see it. If there was a big one
Yeah.
and it moved, I would shit myself because then I'd be like,
Yeah.
it's in my fucking pillow,
Yeah.
it's gonna leak out at me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Luckily, I've seen that Nala is a pretty decent spider catcher.
Yeah,
So
Biff
she'll get
used
them,
to
but
be.
she does sort of play with them. I remember when she caught one on the
Yeah,
sled.
they're quite tappy, aren't they?
Yeah. And I'm like,
Mm.
I'm waiting. I need to leave for work. I think it's 4:30 in the morning. Nala's in front of me on the stairs just tapping something. And I'm like, what is going on here?
What you got, baby?
Then I see then I see the size of the
You
spider.
take that paw and you slam it. You're like, do it more, Nala.
I actually grabbed her by her tail and started swinging her at it. But that is a joke, people. That is a joke. I never did that.
Yeah, ain't no oh, what was that cunt quack twatty footballer?
Oh yeah. What's his name? Maccabi or something like that? I can't remember his name.
Knobhead. Yeah, not him anyway.
No,
You
so
shan't give him any airtime.
yeah, so I watched what she was doing and I was like, God, the time's getting on now. I'm also too scared to go downstairs because the spider's pretty big. So, and I don't want to disturb her because she's obviously keeping it under control. So I'm like I sort of leap over her down about 4 or 5 steps,
With a potential broken ankle at the end of it.
potentially. I turn around. At this point, she's managed to get it to go into a ball.
It's just pretending. Don't believe
Yeah.
it.
And I just sort of like shoot her out the way, and I did get a large shoe and had to end this one because I
Oh,
know if the kids saw that one, that would have been it.
oh, so is there, so there's just me in the house, right?
Yeah,
So I have to deal with the spiders.
yeah,
Biff was very good. I would come down and they would be dead
yeah,
by the
yeah,
litter box. And I'm like, great job, didn't see that one.
yeah.
Daisy doesn't really seem that bothered. So
Okay,
she's the only one I've got left now.
yeah,
So I have to be strong.
yeah.
I'm not saying I don't go
Sorry.
and then just freeze while
Yeah,
I'm like, what, how are we going to deal with this?
yeah,
Saying we when I mean
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Have you not got a brave soul in the house to help you?
No, not one of them. Not one
Oh,
of them.
okay.
You should have heard them the other day. Two of them were cleaning the garden, like sweeping up the leaves, and they found two spiders out there. If you heard the scream, you would have thought you were in a horror movie. They came running in the house like, ah, it's two spiders
I
outside.
wonder, I wonder who they got that from.
Yeah.
Another from Clinton.
I don't let them know. I don't scream.
Right to my
Obviously,
spider fear.
obviously, I have to, when they come to me about it, I have to like,
Oh yeah,
hide,
I'll go and have a look, girls. I'll go and have a look.
yeah, I have to hide the fear. So obviously, they're too scared to go look anyway. So they can't see my legs shaking as I walk into the room. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely stop me in my tracks if it's the
Yeah.
big black ones.
Yeah.
Little black one don't care. Daddy long legs don't
Yeah.
care. I actually don't care if I kill a daddy long legs either. That
Yeah.
sounds awful, but I
Yeah.
don't care for them. And
Yeah.
they reproduce quite
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
The big black ones I
Yeah.
need to save, but they stress me out way
Yeah. Yeah.
more. I've got to save them though.
Yeah. So it's like, what was it? The other ones that you get where they just, it was in the bathroom for some reason. I remember
Okay.
I tried to wash one
Plug hole,
down.
there's a gap somewhere.
Yeah, I tried to wash one down the plug a couple of months ago, and it just would not go.
Well, just imagine it's stress. Dude.
Yeah. I'm like, what is going on? Like, just get through you came up for it, just get out of it.
Oh no.
Trust me,
Like incy wincy.
this one is not one that you want to like pick up or put in a glass over.
Yeah,
Its legs wouldn't fit in the glass.
and the thing you slide under needs to be sturdy.
Yeah,
You can't just have a bit of
piece of
paper
paper.
because
Yeah.
yeah, no, you're gonna risk it flipping out and coming on you.
You
Like
go to throw it out, and then all of a sudden, what? And it's walking up your arm.
exactly, and then that would be fucking smashed glass against the wall because you flipped out.
Yeah. So there's a high
I think
chance,
you can have that one.
yeah, I will freak out, but if I'm at home and like everyone's around, I've got to be like John Wick on the outside and Shaggy on the inside.
I have to be it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, which of us is most likely to lie about how expensive their outfit is?
Oh, not me, because I don't
Yeah,
buy expensive clothes.
yeah, I mean,
I love my £8 dress from
Yeah,
Park in Shein, mate.
yeah. I love my Primani and wear it proudly.
I have no designer stuff, and I don't intend to buy any. I would rather have 20 dresses than
Yeah,
one expensive dress.
yeah. It's about how you wear the garments, not what they are.
Yeah. Well, unless it was like tailor made, which it wouldn't
Yeah,
be
yeah,
because it's still just off the rack,
yeah, yeah.
then nah.
You know, when I put a t-shirt on, it's not the garment that makes it look like that.
It's all my hard work.
Yeah, it's the 23 years of
So,
torture.
strictness and dedication.
Yeah, made it all worth it. All right, yeah.
Oh,
So
maybe neither of us win that one.
yeah, neither of us with that one. Yeah. Oh yes, look at my jacket. It's £2,000. No, that's not for me.
No, no. I'd be too like I don't wreck stuff. Like my clothes last ages,
Yeah,
but I like having a regular clear out so that I can buy some more.
yeah, yeah. I remember
So
like
I just enjoy it.
no, I remember I had one client who had her handbag was £108,000.
What?
Yeah, like she got it at this auction.
Why?
I know, I know.
And I appreciate she probably runs in very different circles to you and I.
Yeah, yes, yes.
I would not know how much someone's handbag was.
No,
And
obviously
I bet it was just regular. Did it look incredible? No.
not to me, but maybe like obviously other women in that circle probably be able to tell what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it
But
says her,
again, like
it's
for them to
Hermes.
go, oh my God, you've got that £108,000 handbag. That is
Yeah,
money well spent, darling.
yeah.
And I'm
Well,
sure she's lovely. We're not taking away from
no,
her,
no, no,
but
no. Yeah,
yeah, I'm not
apparently
not for
it's an
me.
investment. It's an investment. I'm like, yeah, okay.
It's not quite like property, isn't
No,
it? Like,
exactly. You could have got a property with that.
do bags go up and down? I don't know.
I think so, those sort of bags do hold their value for a while, but it's just
Yeah.
obviously within the right environment because
Yeah. And it's
someone
that's
could
a luxury rather than,
yeah,
I think stuff like property, like everybody needs places to live and
yeah
stuff, don't they?
someone could
But
pick that up in a charity shop and they'd be like, oh, there's a
much money.
yeah.
Who has that sort of money to spend on a bag? And that was just one bag. I bet she's got others.
She's got others, but yeah,
Wowzers.
yeah,
I would like that much money.
yeah, yeah. Of course, me too. You know. Did I think about doing a tower heist to get that back? Maybe, but I'm an honorable gentleman.
Flipping Nora.
Yeah. All right. So let's have a go at Debbie's game.
Crazy. Well, my one, I feel like there should be a timer.
Oh yeah? I could put a timer on my phone. I
Yeah.
could put a timer on my phone.
Okay. And should we? So it's just the one where you have to shout out. So a bit like we did with the alphabet one.
Oh yeah,
Or we
yeah.
could just do the alphabet one again because that was good.
Okay. Well, it's up to
That
you.
might be easier.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I think
All right.
this might need like, yeah. Um, let's do the alphabet one.
Okay.
Um,
Are we doing
but I
me?
could pick a thing from here
Yeah.
because these have got like all little thingies.
Okay.
Um, oh, that's quite a good one. Um, yeah, and then we have to work out unless you want to keep it movie related or TV related or actor related, then we can do the
I
other
don't
one.
mind. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so A to Z.
Okay.
That might be quite hard, but let's do it anyway. Something you do every day.
A to Z. Oh, okay.
Do you want
Hopefully,
to break? Do you
hopefully I
want to
don't get
start? Do you
hopefully I
want to
don't get
work?
W.
After your operation, don't lie. Yes, you did.
Yeah. All right. Who's gonna go first?
It was in the.
Was that?
Oh, my internet's been shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, we're back. We're back.
All right.
Do you want to
Oh,
start?
okay. A. Something I do. Um, A. I don't know, do it every day. Beginning with A. I ask my daughter to stop doing that.
Okay, mine is simple. Breathe.
Okay. The I
Think of the morning after breakfast or before breakfast.
oh, actually before breakfast I do it. Clean my teeth.
Yeah. I drive somewhere.
I eat breakfast.
Oh yeah. I was just had eat.
Yeah.
I fold my clothes once I've taken them off.
Okay. I get ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have lunch.
All right. I tell Genevieve that she's not having ice cream for breakfast. Does that count? We just had a bit of technical difficulties. Did you hear that?
What did it say? Sorry, my internet was shit again.
I
No.
tell Genevieve no ice cream for breakfast.
Does she ask every day?
Most days.
I mean, maybe on a Saturday.
Most days she'll go to the freezer
You
and
see
try
the
and pull out ice cream.
EGH.
Or I no, if that doesn't count, I'll say
Love that shit. I like the consistency.
I indicate in my car.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's exactly how I do it.
Yeah. So that's a bit closer to I.
Okay, I. So my J that I do every day is joking around.
Yeah, yeah. I kill spiders.
Not every day you
No, not every day. Um, boil the kettle. No, does that count?
can.
Uh,
Kettle boiling.
kettle
You do
boiling.
kettle boiling every
Yeah.
day.
I keep fit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, you can have that one. Okay, L. I love my cat every day.
Okay. I moan about traffic.
Oh my God. Ditto. Yeah, that's a good one. I I every day I mm, mm, needlessly
Procrastinate.
um
Don't take that. That's my pee. That's my pee.
yeah, like, you can't have it. I swear you can't have it.
Yeah.
It's quite hard.
Yeah.
Something every day I mm, navigate
Yeah.
through life.
Okay. I observe.
Oh, I've got P.
Yeah. I observe the world unfolding around.
What was it?
I observe the world it, it happening around me.
We're getting quite philosophical now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I, I could say I pretend to procrastinate because I'm not really a
Yeah.
procrastinator.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm very good at making decisions, but or I pee. I pee every day.
Okay. Cool. That's good. If you didn't, you have to go to the hospital.
Yes, yeah, you must pee every day, people.
Okay. Every day I question my life choices.
It is good to reflect. It is good to be introspective.
Yeah.
PQR. Every day um I don't read every day because
Yeah.
every day I reckon every day I rebel against the patriarchy.
By just being a woman.
I mean, not wholeheartedly,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Uh, every day I scroll through TikTok.
yes, it is good fun though,
It is
isn't
good
it?
fun. Yeah.
Every day I talk myself out of shouting at stupid people
That's a good
out
one.
loud.
That's a good one. My you is I undress every evening. Me?
Magic Mike style, or
Uh, it's more because
does the missus get a show?
just in case the kids bursting the room when it's always like
True, yeah. Got to keep it a bit low key.
yeah.
Okay, MVQRSTUV. Oh, every day I vent a lot.
Okay. Every day I walk to the car.
TUW. Oh, X.
Yeah.
Every day I. That's a weird one because there's very few X's. I
Yeah.
don't X-ray anything. Um, I don't exercise every day, and that's
Yeah.
without the E.
Yeah.
Um, every day I don't think there's an X for every day.
No.
Every day I xylophone.
In your mind? Um, every day I yank my work stuff out of my bag.
Again and again, or
Quite often, quite a few times a day.
managed to get it
Yeah.
out. Okay, every day I
Oh, this is an easy one.
Zed,
Yeah,
what sleep?
yeah, you could do that. Or then again, I think you go out most days, don't you? So right at the moment, because it's so cold, I'm sure you
Zip up my coat.
there you go. Well, that was a good game actually. We should do that again. I like the A to Z stuff.
Bring it back.
Yeah,
Bring
A to Z
it
stuff really makes
back.
you think, doesn't
Bring it
it?
back.
All right, so before we go into what we were watching this week and that, I think we're going to bring back something we haven't done for a while, and we're going to do top three.
Yeah.
So, top three this week is a movie and TV legend. And I almost forgot,
Hmm.
well, I did forget some of his work because I think where since the era that we grew up in, like I said, we used to watch stuff on ITV, BBC One, all that sort of stuff. And there's so many films that we only saw parts of or had to like rewatch when it came back on again. And we have seen so many movies that it's hard to like keep up with everything. So so it was good like having a look at the person's catalog and like remembering some stuff.
Yeah.
So this gentleman was given to us by your sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Our number
As
one.
is the legendary Kevin Costner.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah. So
I loved him when he was younger. I probably love him even more now he's older.
yeah, but he doesn't seem as old as some people.
No, I think he's aged very well
Yeah,
because he's just left himself to it. He's
yeah,
not had
yeah,
any weird,
yeah.
stuff done.
He still looks like him, and
Yeah.
he, he was never like like a huge sort of action man or anything like that. So even like with
No.
body wise, he could still just be like a regular guy.
Yeah, and was never massively stereotyped. I
No,
appreciate he's probably played more good people than bad.
yeah,
Um, but it's just so believable. I
yeah.
think I love it.
Like in one of the roles, I actually said to in my mind, he's probably the most believable person in a role that I've seen, and we'll talk about it in a minute. And I've had to
Oh,
move it to my number three.
oh, interesting. You've chop and changed, haven't
I
you?
did have to up and chop and change. As I
Found
went
him
through
quite
his
tricky.
as I went through his catalog, I was reminded of other films, and obviously I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
put
loved looking back through it. I was like, oh yeah, get that one. Oh yeah, and that one.
yeah.
Oh yeah, get that one.
And his ones I just I've seen, but I just can't remember the plot or the story. So I was kind of like, if I can remember that, maybe that would have been up a bit higher.
Yeah.
So like ones like, well, I'll say them in my honorable mentions afterwards. But there's certain ones where I thought, why can't I remember this movie? But so my should I do your
Yeah, and it's weird because I don't think I've got my number one definitely is probably the one I've watched the most.
okay,
Probably even my number two. I wouldn't say I've watched number three the most,
yeah,
but it's super impactful and
yeah,
is just like five of my honorable mentions is still could have been in my top three easily
yeah,
because I love them all.
yeah. My number one, well, so my number one, I knew was straight away. It's super embarrassing to
Yeah.
most people to hear, but I knew straight away that's my number one. It's been my number one for like when I talk about films, regardless. Anyway, is there a
I
film
know I don't know what's wrong with it. It's supposed to be like super fast fiber.
business
Ugh,
business broadband?
that's bullshit.
Yeah,
I am going to caveat by saying that because it's not a movie, we're allowed to put Yellowstone there because I know you haven't watched it,
yeah,
but
but
it is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, I've heard the most amazing things about it. So
So Yellowstone for me is up there, but it's
okay,
not in my top.
Uh, all right, cool.
Yeah, it's bloody brilliant.
So I'll let you give your number
Okay.
three because I think my number two, which I've moved, my number three might be the same as yours potentially. I can't remember, but yeah.
Okay.
So what is
This
your number?
is an absolute Costner classic.
Okay,
Beautiful film.
yeah,
Um, oh, okay. Yeah, quite slow in places. But I like that because then you're so much more into like the scene.
yeah.
It's heart-wrenching as well as heartwarming. And I have gone for Dances with Wolves.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one. Ah, what a classic! God damn it! Like
So Costner classic.
IMDb was screwing me over. They haven't given me the full list.
Well, just as well it's in mine
Yeah,
then.
what the hell is it?
I don't know many
Oh,
people that haven't watched that film.
yeah. Oh, what a movie! How did I forget about that?
What a bloody movie, mate. I don't know.
Oh,
So good and beautiful. And he's
yeah.
lovely in it. He's such a
Yeah,
good guy.
and like I said, he's always played a good guy, and like he's always walked. They've always portrayed him in movies walking the right moral path in
Yeah,
situations
and I like that.
in films where you could quite easily go the other way, especially in a film like that, set in the time that it was set.
Yeah. Oh, love it, mate. So good. I've not watched it for years. I
Yeah,
feel like maybe I could watch it again soon.
yeah. I feel like after going through IMDb, I feel like I want to go back and watch a bunch of his films because like I said, I put the top three in what I can fully remember. It's been a while since I really broke down and watched a lot of his films. So my number three is one where I just said like I think he was perfect for the role, he has the perfect look. And if you look at like people who he is in that movie, he's the perfect role of what people will look for in real life.
Ooh,
So my
okay.
number three is The Bodyguard.
Lovely. Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. He was perfection,
Yeah,
perfection in
yeah.
that role.
He
He was
had
the
those.
right age,
Yeah,
right size, right demeanor.
that's it. That's the thing is he's the right size. He wasn't like a
Oh,
hulking like action man. He's like what you see
yeah,
like when you watch like sort of celebrities with their bodyguards. You have like a
yeah.
unassuming sort of pleasant guy, but you know they know what they're doing.
Oh, he was so good at his job as well.
Yeah.
And he didn't do the whole jump straight in.
No.
He would try to be,
No.
gentlemanly.
And the chemistry between them was amazing.
Yeah.
And it
And it
just
was
shows how,
scary. It was scary when they were at the lodge.
yeah,
And it was obviously the sister and someone else,
yeah,
but the creepy guy at the concert who wasn't doing the killing, but was still fucking
being weird.
creepy.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, what did you say? So creepy. And do you know what? I bloody loved Whitney as
Oh yeah.
well.
I think the
Loved her
world
music. I loved her.
I think the world really misses Whitney. Like she was
Yeah.
incredible.
I super feel for her. I watched a couple of documentaries. Oh, well, I really liked the one at the movies
Yeah, yeah,
that came out, that sort of
yeah, yeah,
biography, I guess you would call it.
yeah,
Yeah, again, I feel at that time you know, we failed, society failed someone like her.
yeah, yeah.
There just wasn't enough, support and
No.
all
And I
that
think
sort of stuff. But
like sometimes I go down these rabbit holes and like I feel like I remember reading a story about how she was very close to the end of her paying off her contract in regards to getting her publishing back and stuff like that, and that would have been worth millions. So
yeah,
she may have
she had a bad guy, then she had a bad life, and I was
yeah,
just like, oh God, she was so talented.
yeah. But she
Yeah, that was a sad one, that one, but
I think a lot of people
excellent shout.
I think a lot of people blamed Bobby, but she was I think she was introduced into the crack game before she met him.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't help,
He didn't
obviously, and
help.
it's not his fault, but
Yeah.
he also wasn't the best
Yeah.
boyfriend
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she was amazing. But yeah, that was obviously in my honorable mentions because it's incredible.
It's a,
I'm
it's a
surprised it
great
didn't
movie.
make my top three. That's how strong I feel my top three is.
Yeah. The soundtrack as well
Oh yeah.
it was just no, it was a actually it
I
was a
remember flashes of the movie
yeah,
when
yeah,
when we talk about it, and
yeah.
oh, you're right, he was just so perfect.
I can imagine. I can think most people got into bodyguarding because of that film. Just for the off chance that something like that
I
might
liked
happen.
that I liked that it was more about him understanding situations
Yeah.
and being, diligent with the risk and controls as
Yeah.
opposed to being a butch
Yeah. Yeah.
bodyguard.
Yeah.
I liked that bit,
Yeah.
Mm.
Because obviously nowadays every bodyguard's like is built like the Rock, knows everybody.
Yeah, they're fucking huge, and actually they don't need to be
No,
if they're doing all the other
no,
bits
yeah,
right.
yeah. So yeah, if I could be a bodyguard,
But
maybe
yeah,
I could
no,
be
great shout.
maybe a bodyguard for like Gal Gadot or something.
God, she's so beautiful.
I know. Clinton, you
It's
didn't
such
see this
like
guy walking towards me? I'm sorry. I was just staring at you.
how has someone got those
I
genes
know.
that have just created that?
I know she's 5'10", 5'11". She's just yeah.
And she
But
seems so lovely.
yeah. Although
Like
she
real family,
yeah. Although she was in the military, so she could probably kick more ass than me.
Yeah, because she had to be right. That was like a thing
Yeah,
for
yeah.
where
So
she
yeah, I
was.
think
Yeah.
she was part of the Israeli military for a while, for a few years,
Mm, she's cool.
like national service. So yeah. So I'll just end up watching her kick ass at the same time as well. So,
So my number two,
yeah.
yes, now I am. Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you
Okay.
now. Yeah.
So my number two, I had to get a sports movie in there because you know how much I love a good moral story that always
Yeah.
comes from a sports movie that makes me cry at the end.
Out of the two, which
And
one are you going for?
for me, oh, McFarland all day long. I flipping love it.
Yeah.
I cry every time. So, like, because there's this whole family thing, and obviously, like, the boys work so hard, and he has to learn and understand how their lives are so different to his,
Yeah.
but how much he can give to them,
Yeah.
and they're naturally skilled, but they've got to put the work in still, and it's a fucking true story, and I love those even more because then you see them all at the end. Seen it?
So what was that?
Have you seen McFarland?
No. I was trying to figure out
Oh,
which one is McFarlane because where is that? Oh, there is McFarlane USA.
oh,
So
dude, it's so good. Like he's a
that's not even that not
yeah,
that's not even that far away. That was like 9 years
he's a
ago
teacher.
for track.
Love it. Crappest internet
Yeah.
is happening tonight.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go draft day or Tin Cup for a minute.
Don't give away my honorable mentions, thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Fucking love Tin Cup.
So my number two, which changed about a few times, and obviously Bodyguard was in there. My number two now is The Highwayman. Him,
Oh yes, I really like
him,
that one.
him and Woody Harrelson.
Him and Woody. Yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. I was in my mentions.
Oh, start of the cast, going after Bonnie and Clyde. It's I get sometimes I just like an action movie like that. Something that's more psychological.
Yeah, it's like a quiet action movie, right?
Yeah.
Because again, they were sort of the detectives of the day
Yeah, yeah,
in their sort of sheriff style.
yeah,
And so I like that they getting closer and closer and closer and they have to work out,
yeah,
about them and they're a bit older, both of them kind of
yeah,
on their last legs
yeah.
and but their chemistry was really good.
Yeah,
I thought they were great together.
because as a kid growing up, I used to love like a good Western. I used to watch with my granddad, and it kind of reminds me of like that that Western style of like of cinema. Even the guns that they used back in was it set in like 1930s, something like that was like pretty old school. It
Mm.
was like Tommy guns and stuff like that. And like even the cars
I always think it's so clever.
hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I keep looking at when I look at your screen to see is she moving?
Cars. I heard you say the cars.
Is she moving? Yeah, even like the cars, everything was just like
I know, same. And then you stop again, and
yeah,
then I
crazy
tried
time.
to move the computer. It
Yeah.
made a bit of difference, but
Yeah, crazy time period. Yeah. So for me, that
oh,
one once I
I don't know what's happening.
yeah, yeah, once I realized that was in what that was in the IMDb, I was like, no, that's definitely gonna be top three.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that actually. I think I've seen it twice, but there
Yeah.
was quite a few years in between watching it. But yeah, it was very good.
Yeah. All right. So you're number one.
Number one. Now, I believe we have mentioned it previously, but I couldn't not have it as my number one.
Okay.
My sister will know. We loved this film. We loved all the characters in it because there's about 10 famous people.
Okay.
Um, uh, one of the longest running number one singles ever. So my number one
Yeah.
is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves,
Can't,
without question.
can't argue with that. It is a great movie. The soundtrack was
Yeah,
incredible.
great
It
movie.
made the soundtrack made every
Yeah,
scene that much more impactful. You know, Alan Rickman
yeah.
with a
It
with
was
a
funny.
yeah, Alan Rickman with a full black beard was
Yeah.
insane. And I think
Oh, and he was good. He was a
yeah,
good baddie,
yeah,
He was just like a fucked off,
yeah,
pissed off kind of
Sheriff of
guy.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I
my
think
God. And
was it
then when he's
Morgan?
trying to like get in her knickers at the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
and you're like, you've got to get in there. not in her knickers.
Yeah.
You've got to get in and save her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And obviously Morgan Freeman was in it. Obviously,
Oh my
he was
God, Christian Slater,
yeah, I think Morgan
Mary
Freeman was
Elizabeth Master Antonia, who was
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Morgan Freeman was like 97 when he shot that movie.
Oh, I love it. It was
Yeah.
brilliant. Because loads of Robin Hood movies have been made, and
Yeah.
not a single one comes anywhere close to
No,
how they did this one.
no, the most recent
Perfect
one
level of,
was terrible.
yeah, I don't actually even think I watched it because I was like, no, I've got
Yeah.
my perfect version, thank you.
Yeah, although I do like Jamie Foxx and the other guy, something is it Edgerton, whatever his name was. But yeah, it just didn't have that je ne sais quoi.
No, it was so perfectly casted,
Mm.
and it had the perfect elements of, again, heartwarming, a couple of little stories running through.
Yeah.
You know, is it will you when Christian Slater does this little, will you stand and fight my brother?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
I
and then
will. I
Costner's at a
will.
good age.
Yeah.
Will. But then little bits of silly fun and comedy in there, and
Yeah.
yeah, loved it.
All right. Yeah, great choice. So my number one is embarrassingly, huh? It froze again. So
I
my
said,
number,
come back to me.
yeah, my number one, embarrassingly, although I have it on DVD and I watched it hundreds of times, you probably guess what it is Waterworld. So for,
Of course. You fucking love that film. I knew
I
that was going to be your number.
I don't know, I don't know why.
I did put it in my honourable mentions,
Yeah,
but I know you love it so much.
I don't know what it is about that movie, but it's just been a staple for me forever.
So fun. I'm glad you didn't deviate from what you actually liked. So well done.
You wouldn't believe it. I
All
just
I
looked at
remember is him like on a.
a rig sort of thing. You wouldn't believe it. I just looked down and looked. It's
Do you
literally
know
right.
what? That is the picture that I see though. When I think of Waterworld, it is that like
Yeah,
where he's on a little raft or something.
yeah. It's literally right next to my foot right now.
Remember how it ends or what happened.
Oh, they get close to land. So
Oh,
they blow up the
because
smokers.
he's got gills,
He's got
right?
gills. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so and that's when he gets put in a cage and they're like,
Yeah.
what is he? That sort of thing. And then when he takes them
Yes.
on that massive
Yeah.
sea swim and he takes them to this is the only earth there is around sort of thing. I don't know. It's just one of those films for me. Everyone is cringy, it's cheesy, whatever, but it's just one of my favorites.
Hey, that's what we have to go with.
Yeah. And to tell the truth, that's one thing I think about because I figured out that I have a new phobia. And considering that's one of my
Oh,
favorite films, my new phobia just doesn't coincide. So this new phobia is called thalassophobia.
thalassophobia,
So it is a fear
which is what?
of open water. Yeah, so and I remember seeing videos where it's kind of like
Oh,
show someone sat above water
that's fair though. Like that
and
is
it drops down
creepy.
into the deep blue
Open
and
water is creepy.
yeah. And I keep going in these rabbit holes.
Never to be seen again.
Yeah, recently when it's just shows certain things that are under the water, which is just nuts to me. Creatures, large statues, all these sort of things. Yeah, and I kept watching these videos, and it's making me feel sick. But I'm just like
I know.
so interesting. Like that's what I can yeah I can never
I've got to
go.
push through. I've got to face my fear. Do it anyway.
Yeah, that's like sort of like I'd like to still go on a Disney cruise, but maybe if they just sort of go around, you know, the British waters or something. Yeah, yeah,
I think you wouldn't notice it on a cruise, mate. There is so much fucking stuff to do on a cruise that you
yeah.
probably wouldn't ever even look out.
I would. That's the thing. Like just the thought of like this boat, which you think is the biggest thing
But
you've ever
yeah,
seen
I find
in
the
your
big
life,
ocean very creepy.
and then you look at the ocean and it makes that boat still look small. Like, oh no, not for me. Not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to
Look, it's the
water.
same as being in a fucking forest or
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I've
yeah.
got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine honorable mentions that we
Okay,
haven't said yet.
okay. Hit me. Number one, White Up. What?
So there's a film where I love
I thought you were gonna say what I think you're gonna say. Is it White Up?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's in there. Okay.
No, you can have Wyatt Earp.
All right.
Hidden Figures, I love.
Hidden figures.
It's a true story.
Okay.
Um, if you haven't seen it, you must watch it. It's a
Okay.
brilliant film. So
Okay.
it's about the mathematicians who calculate the moon landing.
Okay.
Um, and their calculations are all done on fucking pen and paper because the computer hadn't even been invented.
Yeah.
But it's in the time of obviously racism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Costner is like the head guy, and so
Okay.
he's got all of his, male white mathematicians.
Yeah.
But the best person is a black lady. There's
Yeah.
two black ladies who are amazing.
Okay.
One's kind of in charge of the computer ladies, and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
all segregated.
Yeah.
And she's the other one is the best, and she gets pulled over
Yeah.
into the white male bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then it's rough and separate toilets,
Yeah. Yeah.
and she comes back after having to run all the way across this fucking campus just to go for a pee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes her like half an hour to get there
Yeah.
and then come back. And he's like, "Why are you never at your desk when I need you?" And she's like, "This."
Yeah.
And so she's like, "I can't even drink from a pot that someone else has used."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Right." And I love him because then he goes and he bashes off all the like coloured signs for the
Yeah.
toilets.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Everybody uses the same toilets in NASA from now on," because
Yeah.
it's NASA, so it's a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
deal. I love it. It's really good. And she genuinely was the one that the astronauts won so much better than anybody else. She like incredible brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a really good movie.
All right. Yeah. I'll just check that out. What was it called again?
Hidden Figures.
Hidden figures. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm sure that'll be on Netflix.
Yeah, it's great, mate. Um, Another one that me and my sister used to love. You did mention it earlier. Tin Cup.
Think up. Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
The golf one.
Yeah. So yeah, Think Up. Then obviously there was Draft Day. Um, we didn't say it, although it should have been in my top mentions. Was obviously all the Man of Steel, um, Superman and Batman. And did you hear any? Did you hear any of that, or did your internet go? You didn't hear it. You didn't hear any of that.
No, my internet went.
All right. Yeah, we didn't mention any of the
No, I think did you say Man of Steel?
Man of Steel, Superman versus Batman. Obviously, he plays
Yeah, Jonathan
Clark's
Kent.
dad. Duncan, yeah,
God, that was so sad though,
yeah,
mate. That was a heartbreaking scene.
yeah. So obviously that scene where he's like, "Don't, I'm fine."
Oh, don't.
Obviously, he was in rumor.
What a good dad he
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Rumor has it, I had that with Jennifer Aniston
Oh,
and
I've not seen that.
a really good one, The Untouchables with Sean Connery.
Yep, The Untouchables I had. Yeah.
And that's super old. I didn't realize how old that was. That actually came out in like 1987.
I, I really like that one.
Which one?
Not seen JFK.
No, I haven't seen JFK. No.
Okay, again, it's quite a long one. I think might even be 3 hours, you know. And
Okay.
I first watched it when I was off school with tonsillitis, and it got me absolutely hooked on obviously the assassination of
JFK.
JFK.
Yeah.
He was like one of the main kind of lead people. Yeah, yeah, really good, really
Okay.
good.
All right. So, and was there any other ones I can think of? Obviously, White Up. I think we just
Field
mentioned
of Dreams, we haven't mentioned,
Field of Dreams.
unless you did when
No,
the
I didn't mention
internet
Field.
went.
No, no, I didn't mention Field of Dreams. No. And what's the other one
We
there?
have to mention Field of Dreams because if you build it, they will come
Yeah,
is clearly
I forgot one. The Postman.
what?
The Postman.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I did enjoy that. Field of Dreams. I think I need to watch because I don't think I
It
cannot
was
remember it
good.
at all.
Mate, it's like one of his classics.
I
I'm
know.
surprised. Again, sports one.
Yeah.
So we have draft day as well, which
Draft Day.
again, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed. He's again,
It's
he
so
plays that
believable.
sort of,
Yeah.
sportsy kind of guy, like
Yeah.
so well.
He's so believable. Like if you didn't know he was a famous actor and he walked past you doing certain
Bit.
roles within the movie
There
landscape,
was one more. I just want to check it was the right one. Oh yeah, the A Perfect World,
doesn't ring a bell that
which if
one.
you haven't seen that, you should watch that.
Okay.
Um, yeah, him
Yeah.
and Clint Eastwood.
Okay. Another legend. So what I'll do, I'm gonna go through your list again, and I'm gonna just try and
Very good.
binge all your movies. Although I am at the moment, I've been trying to sit down and watch the new current Indiana Jones movie, the one that came out last year, because I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, I didn't mind it. It was all right.
Yeah. Already
It's
the little
very
bits,
indie.
yeah. Already the bits that I have seen make it way better than one with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh yeah, I think they did it pretty well.
Yeah.
There's one bit that you're like, fuck off.
Is that when he's running along the train?
But technically, there's bits like that. And if you look back on all the other ones now, you'd be like, no way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's only because it's more up to date now that you're like, nah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
apart from that,
Yeah.
it was very Indiana Jones, which
Yeah.
if you like Indiana Jones, then you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Because of our internet issues, we're gonna wrap it up today, but we will fill you in on
Yeah.
our movies that we have and TV shows that we have been watching on the next episode. Hopefully, we'll have less inter internet problems. It could be it could be my end, both our ends, because obviously at the moment we've got the rivalry happening across the road from me. Arsenal playing Man United, so they could be interfering with
Ah,
the.
yeah. It only said like half the time, so it might be a bit of yours, a bit of mine.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't fix it.
yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll have to jump on another day this week and just
Bear with the delays if you're listening to it, Nick.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I would like to go over the fact that I've seen Paddington in Peru before I've seen Gladiator 2, which is
Oh, but the Paddingtons are good.
yeah, they're good, but they're not Gladiator 2 good. Yeah.
God, I'm going to have watched Craven before you watch bloody Gladiator 2, mate.
Yeah. It's Craven out
So
next
looking
week.
forward to that.
When's Craven out? This weekend.
Oh my God, if it's this weekend, I'm taking my mum.
Yeah.
I think it's next weekend though,
Okay,
but
cool.
I'm going to have a look because Sunday. Oh, she might want to go see Wicked with me. Oh, Red One still. Oh, she won't want to see that. It's fine. Yes, no, I think it looks like it's next weekend for
Okay, cool.
Craven.
Yeah, nothing stopping me from seeing Crave. Oh God, it's a Sony Marvel movie. I say nothing's gonna stop me. Oh, but nothing does stop me. I watch them anyway, don't I? So.
Yeah. I definitely want to go to the cinema for that one though.
Um, okay, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Bear with us for any of the delays you may have experienced in today's episode. I will try to make sure they're as little as possible.
Yeah, sorry.
But everyone, thanks for joining us. I've been Clinton, joined by the lovely Debs, and we'll see you again on the next one. So everyone be good, and if you can't be good, be the best at being bad. Bye.